Special guests coming up here on First Take. Tomorrow we have Charles Tillman. Wednesday, it's Ronda Rousey. Looking forward to that. As always, 10 Eastern on ESPN2. Now, the NFC East, guys. The Cowboys, Giants, and Redskins are all tied at 2-2 for first in the NFC East. And the Eagles, who many picked to win the division, are 1-3. Our former Eagle, Eric Allen, is in the house. Good day. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good.
Good to see you, as always.
You guys too.
Better than my Cowboys are doing right now.
Yeah, it's all right, though.
Well, that's all right.
We're going to get into that right now. Please tell us, who is in control of the NFC East now through 4 weeks?
Well, the Giants seem like they're in control right now. Yeah, Big Blue. Go Big Blue.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all have so many issues. You're talking about the running game with the Giants. But Eli's going to throw the ball. Odell Beckham and Randall's coming up. Harris had a really good game. Yeah. Defensively, playing a lot better. But again, when the Giants are the Giants and the Giants are the team that are going to go to the playoffs, they sack the quarterback, and I don't see that right now with the Giants. So there's issues there with this Giants being the Giant football team that represents the NFC in the Super Bowl. I'm not sure if they're going to get there towards the end. Remember, guys, this is just the first quarter, okay? So the first quarter means a lot, but, you know, there's still a lot of football to play. Dallas Cowboys with the injuries, I mean, you talk about Dez, you talk about Romo, you talk about the other day, Lance Dunbar may have an ACL, and that's huge for this football team. But getting Greg Hardy back, Rolando McClain back, and it was a great game last night, and you have to find a way to cover the wheel route, and you have a win. And Dallas Cowboys get that W without Tony Romo and Dez. That's awesome. You talk about the Redskins and the Eagles. My Eagles right now, I saw the big plays. Yeah. But you know what? There are busted coverages in the back end. You can't guarantee a busted coverage every time you're going against an NFC East opponent. You can't do that. The running back is still going side to side to the downhill. Last year at this time, DeMarco Murray had 385 yards rushing. Right now, 75 yards rushing. How are you going to beat somebody with a balanced attack with 75-yard rushing from your $1 million man? You can't do it like that. And still, the offense looks sluggish at times. They look like they don't connect. There's just, and at the end of the game, the defense been playing pretty good. Pretty much for the last couple of games. Yeah. They play some zone defense and they get Torp in the middle. Then they go man and get the touchdown to end Pierre Garçon. So there's a lot of issues with this NFC East right now. Right now, the Giants are in control, but I think the Dallas Cowboys will eventually be the winner of the NFC East. And there's going to be one. There's only going to be one team that goes to the playoffs from the East, and it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys when their guys get back.
Molly, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
I may need you to stand up for a second because I might need you to stand next to Skip Bayless because he might fall out of his chair.
I'm glad to.
Hold what I'm about to say, and he may need somebody to hold him up. Skip Bayless, I don't think you truly appreciate why I say the Dallas Cowboys are an accident waiting to happen.
Oh, Lord.
The reason why I continuously say they're an accident waiting to happen, Skip Bayless, is because the truth is, Eric's absolutely right. And if the Dallas Cowboys don't have an accident, there's nothing that's going to stop them from taking the division. And I think there's nothing that's going to stop them from getting to at least the NFC Championship game. I happen to think the Dallas Cowboys are that talented. I happen to now believe in Jason Garrett more than I ever did in the past. I happen to now believe in a healthy Tony Romo more than I ever did in the past. I happen to always have believed Des Bryant is, he's the new Megatron as far as I'm concerned when healthy, because I think that Megatron in those knees, he's going to have to show me something tonight because I just don't believe in it anymore. Not his ability, his health. Whereas Des Bryant, I believe Des Bryant will come back healthy, and once he does that, I think he's going to take off right where he left off. I believe in Rod Marinelli's defense. I know that it was a rookie that got inserted at a split second because of the injury. I get all of that. You understand? So when I look at the Dallas Cowboys, to me, for the first time in about 20 years, I believe that the Dallas Cowboys, legitimately, talent-wise, unlike Chip Kelly, who has a bunch of talent that doesn't fit, I think the Cowboys have talent that does fit. If they can stay healthy and stay out of trouble, I think that the Dallas Cowboys, at the very least, will go to the NFC Championship game. Which is why, I just finished saying, if healthy. That's what I'm saying. Which is why I said accident waiting to happen. Because the only thing you can say about Dallas is that no matter if it's injuries, weed, whatever, something happens that gets in the way. Now, we hope it's not injuries because we don't wish that on anybody. But it just seems to me that the Dallas Cowboys, whether it's because of karma, it's because of Jerry Jones and his interest in the hype machine, even though he's considerably less interested in hype than he was in the past, because now when is the priority that it should be, even more so. I just look at Dallas and I say something always goes wrong, but I cannot deny the talent that they have available to them and how if all things came together, they could beat anybody. I just don't believe it will happen.
Okay, you realize Romo isn't due back until just before Thanksgiving.
It doesn't matter.
Okay?
It doesn't matter because it's the NFC East, right, and nobody will be that far away.
Now, you two wide-eyed Cowboy lovers over there. Let me just.
We're sane on this side.
Let's be objective over here because I'm having to deal with the reality of this. Here's what's about to happen. Your New York Football Giants are about to pull off a 7-game winning streak. They're going to win their next 5 games. Book it. They're going to win their next 5. I know they've got issues, but this schedule says, thank you, God. That's what it says. 7 in a row. And my Dallas Cowboys are about to lose 6 straight games because they're going to lose to New England at home. They're going to lose at the New York Giants, who owe them for the opening night loss. They're going to lose to the Seahawks, who owe them for last year up in Seattle. That's at home. Then they're going to lose to the Eagles at Jerry World because the Eagles owe them for earlier this year. And the Eagles always play well at Dallas. Just book it. They're going to lose 6 in a row. And at some point when Romo comes back, my Cowboys will have plummeted through no fault of their own, just through injuries, to 3-6. At that point, the Giants will be 7-3. So it'll be a 4-game, the 3.5-game bulge that the Giants will have. Then can my Cowboys win their last 7? It's possible because I agree. If they get healthy, they are sensationally talented. It's why I picked them to go to the Super Bowl. Could the Giants finish 3-3 to fall where they both finished 10-6? Maybe. But when you say win the NFC, get to the NFC Championship, man, it's going to take a minor miracle because I don't even know if Romo can get back for that game.
What's the best unit? Defense, offense, especially, what's the best unit in the NFC East? The Dallas Cowboys offensive line. And that's what's going to get
you know what?
I don't know about that right now. I don't know about that right now.
Get them through.
So last night, they rip off a 14-yard gain and a 45-yard gain on the first 2 plays. And after that, they go, what was it, 28 more, I'm off the top of my head, 28 more carries for like 56 yards.
Hold on.
I mean, they couldn't get a yard.
Stay right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Your man and mine, prime time, Deion Sanders, pointed out something very, very wise last night. He said, yeah, there were some holes, but there were plenty of times when those runners didn't hit those holes. It ain't about the offensive line because it's not about the offensive line not doing what it's doing. It's about them not having the running back to capitalize off of it, which again comes back to DeMarco. Now, I ask you this question, and I understand your argument, Skip Bayless. We're going to put Skip on the spot right here. All right. I understand your argument.
He's nervous.
Stay with me. You usually do get a little petrified. I understand. That's what he does that. But here's the deal. I got to ask you this question, Skip, in all seriousness. I understand that you believe Jerry Jones was right. But if I sit there and I look at you and I say, Skip Bayless, an extra $5 or $6 million will deliver you a Super Bowl championship for the first time in 20 years. You taking that?
Yeah, but I don't know what they did offer him. I never heard this. It was never publicized what the offer to DeMarco was.
No, yes, it was. It was around $12 million. It was around. I remember it was around $12 million. Now he got 19 and 20 from Philadelphia, but it was around $12 million. What I'm saying to you is this, Skip: if you came up to 18. Regardless of how much that may have compromised, considering the 1,845 yards, considering the 449 touches overall last year, considering how it protected Tony Romo, considering how it elevated Jason Witten even more, because then the offensive line looked that much better. You not only had production, you had happiness because guys were good with what was happening.
but-
You sacrificed all of
But
that.
once Chip Kelly offered an outrageous sum for him to go to Philly, he's like, I gotta go.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
Okay.
He had to go. He had to go, Eric, because of the discrepancy compared
He
to
would
what
do a
was
do-over
over.
too right now, though, too.
In a discrepancy, you trying to tell me that DeMarco Murray sits there and leaves Dallas with that offensive line because of $1.5 million or something like that? No, he wouldn't.
He would do a do-over
So that's
right
what I'm
now.
saying.
Okay,
you
but,
know
but
that.
Jerry was with you about this. They were fearful that he had been used up last year, that he was an accident.
They're trying to find the guy. You see that in the numbers in the carries. They're trying to find the guy to help them later on in the season.
Maybe it's Kristen Michael. Maybe it's McFadden more.
No, come on now.
We'll see.
Ain't DeMarco. Stop
Well,
it.
they're
Stop
not.
it.
They're
Stop
not.
it. Just accept
Well,
it.
is DeMarco anymore?
No.
No.
In Philly, because he doesn't have that offensive line that Chip Kelly
side to
gave
side.
away 3 offensive linemen.
Yeah, running
They gave
side to
away.
side. Come on.
You know what I mean? Come on
Go
now.
get the guy.
Hermans and
Run it
Matt
downhill.
Going. What do you want? You did that. Let him go back to Dallas. He looked just like he looked last year.
All right, the last time there were back-to-back division winners in the NFC East, that was 2001 to 2004. It was the Philadelphia Eagles. Eric Allen, thank you so much for being with us.
Anytime.
We appreciate it. We have breaking news coming out of Miami concerning the future of head coach Joe Philbin. We'll discuss that, fill you in, and react to it after the break. Stay here. This is First Takes.